This video is brought to you by my lovely patrons over on Patreon. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Anina, Clay, Mariah, Maddie, Edalis, Dre, Thomas, Tara, Zoe, Zuzia, Ainsley, Sabine, Jimma, Bailey, Azzy, Jacqueline, Monica, Jordan, Green, Lizzie, Willow, Danny, Blessing, Avery, Maddie, Alexia, B, Max, T, Taylor, M, Lovely, Antonina, Anna, Valen, Ali, Obsessed, Brianna, Nicole, Carnations, Kristen, Tequila, Autumn, Emily, Sarah, Vanessa, Nini, Nura, Matcha, Ava, Yasmin, Leah, Kayla, Ali, Ginny, Vika, Inez, June, Elizabeth, Penguin, Sammy, Roland, Rose, Lydia, Mila, Adrian, Lexi, Bana, Chi, Madison, Beck, Jemiah, Mads, Rachel, Daisy, Honeybee, Jade, Hooves, Rose, Alyss, Caden, Sponge, AJ, Kate, Jay, Praxton, Nicole, Terry, Hollow, Rebecca, Allison, Jacqueline, Jakaria, Mina, Lilith, Ange, Jasmine, Lizard, Haley, Kiki, Illyria, Lady Demista, Zebra, Lala, Ari, Amy, Busy, Molly, Xylosaurus Rex, Lunaris Galaxia, Maya, Novastar, Annie, Tori, Ariel, Bolchi, Bree, Zael, and Jenny. If you'd like to support this channel and get some pretty nifty perks such as exclusive weekly audios and novel readings, the link is in the description. So, are we going to talk about it, or are we just gonna sit here awkwardly not making eye contact with each other until one of us goes to bed at some point? But even then, we're going to wake up. We're eventually going to be in this position again. And I don't know about you, but an eternal life of avoiding eye contact and not talking to my roommate sounds like not only a nightmare because of how much I value you as a person, but like simply logistically sounds awful. So I mean, no, you don't have to talk about it, but it would probably be good to talk about it to avoid all of the aforementioned things I brought up. Oh my gosh. Okay. No, not at all, actually. If that's what you're worried about and what's preventing you from talking, then no, you do not need to worry about that whatsoever. I'm not mad. More than anything, I'm just confused. Yeah, confused. Befuddled. I was going to say quizzical, but I don't think that necessarily fits in. But I'll say it anyways because I want to add more words. Quizzical. Just a little bit. Maybe a little off-put, but not mad. Mad is the last thing that I am whatsoever. Well, I'm confused because so here's the thing, right? I get it. Mistakes happen all the time. Sometimes I'm really out of it and I'll make a mistake. And to be fair, we literally do share a bathroom here. So it makes sense why like habitually you could just ignore warning signs or signs of something happening, right? Yeah, exactly. But like, no. Okay. So you have your headphones on. Totally get it. You can't hear what's going on. I've literally worn those before because you've shown me music. Those are completely noise canceling. Can't hear anything. So I understand not hearing that the shower is running, right? I get that. And so naturally, you come home from a long day at work. You're gonna want to, maybe even either freshen up for the night that you're about to have, if you're about to go out or something, or if you're not gonna go out, then you might want to take off your makeup, get into some sweats and wind down. Both of those scenarios, the bathroom is a place to go when that's the case. So how you got into the bathroom and why you got into the bathroom, that is not literally. If that was all this was, if you just did that and you ran out, it's not a big deal. That's life. That happens. Do you remember that one time when you came home from shopping and I thought you were trying on dresses, but you were actually trying on some bras you had tried out, and I just came in because I wanted to see you in one of the dresses, and it was a whole thing, and you were totally fine with it. See, I would totally be fine with it because I just didn't see anything, yeeked out of there, and we just kind of reset, right? That makes sense to me. That's where I get that. What I'm not hung up on in a mad way, but in a what way is naturally, I would have imagined your reaction being, ooh, saw that, gonna leave. Didn't mean to see that. Immediately. And I don't know if it's because of the music you were listening to or anything else, but you and I know you couldn't hear what I was saying, but you did stop and look at me and continued looking at me for maybe 20 seconds. And I'm not mad. I'm really, when I said that initially, I meant it. I'm not mad. And I'm only reinforcing that statement because I can see in your eyes that you are terrified of me being mad, but I'm not. But I am, I did try to get your attention, and it was very obvious that you were not looking at my face. So I eventually had to come over and be like, hey, please leave. Thank you. So I'm just, yeah. And we can go at your pace. It is totally fine for you to only divulge certain details, but I do maybe think that you do owe it to me to do that. There's no need to be defensive. I did leave the door unlocked because, you said you weren't going to be home till 6. It was 5. I thought I was in the clear. I'm not making an excuse, but I am just saying that is why, but I'm not mad. Neither of us should feel bad about the incident happening. But that's not what I'm talking about. I promise you, literally, I would be more upset and genuinely frustrated because I don't really see myself getting mad in any way this scenario plays out, but I would be more frustrated if you avoided telling me what the problem was than if you did tell me what the problem was or what the situation was. I promise you, this is safe. This is a healthy space for both of us. Just whatever you have to say. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no, we are we're pretty comfortable around each other. I'd like to think. Well, not to that level, but that generally, relies on people being, or the people who are generally on that level of comfortability with each other are like either family or people who are, in relationships and intimate with each other. I don't know. I mean, it's not that I don't. I guess I've always been aware of me being a dude and you being a woman, and I don't want, I always wanted to be like dressed pretty modestly, and I didn't want to make you uncomfortable or feel like I was like parading myself around, because that could lead to unnecessary and uncomfortable conversations. So I don't know. I've just never. And you know what? I don't even really like being shirtless or anything like that. Yeah, I like my shirt. I like my shirts. There's a certain feeling about having clothing on, a lot like cloth against skin, that's really calming to me, is the word I'm looking for. Plus, it's not fair. If you walk around with your shirt off, you can't. And so what? People say that I can. The society says that I can, but I'm not going to go like whole free but hey. So why? Really? We've never even like, I guess not. We're always in the city, so there's no like beach to go to necessarily, and that's the only place where I guess I would have my shirt off. So, I mean, that checks out, but I mean, you can't. I'm sorry, what? No, that is not a bad thing. I gotta be honest with you. I'm just pretty taken aback by you saying that. Um, Here I am being all like weird about the inherent intimate nature of the situation, and you're out here calling me beautiful. Well, one, dudes don't really get called beautiful very often, and two, I've never. You are now the only person in my life to completely see all of me, if you will. I don't know. I guess I've just never met someone who I felt comfortable enough around to do that. Like, I've had significant others, but I've never reached a level of with them, to get there. So, well, if you insist on reading into it, then yes, you could hypothetically infer some context of me not being incredibly upset that the first person to see me like that is you. But that would be turning this around on me, and I don't think I can allow that to happen. Nah, no. It's really not. So did you? I don't know. I'm malfunctioning. I can't get over the fact that you called me beautiful. That's kind of like, Well, it is exactly what I have wanted to say to you. Beautiful, gorgeous, stunning. Any single one of those words would work and is applicable. You are. And I guess, well, you're going to say it to me. It would be very, very dumb of me to not attempt to shoot my shot right now, right? Okay, all right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Impressive is a word choice for sure. That let's not talk about that though. I want to focus on the other implications of this, perhaps, in regards to maybe if you think I'm beautiful on the outside, is there any chance that maybe you think I am beautiful on the inside? Yeah. Do you do you think do you like do you like me? Do you like me? Do you have any sort of romantic attraction to me at all? Is there anything there in your heart for me? Come on. We were definitely like getting there, and I feel like I don't think this is an unfair question to ask. Yeah, I was put in a very, very vulnerable position to you, and although you've done somewhat of that, I feel like this will completely open you up as vulnerable as I was. Well, I may be a dork, but I am a dork that you have called beautiful, impressive, and someone that you have feelings for. So if you have all of those thoughts about me in your head and I'm a dork, what does that say about you? Is the question I would like to pose to you. Thank you. So do you want me to shut up or do you want me to tell you how I feel? Because that's definitely Hey, ow. No, hey. No, stop that. Pinching, no, bad. That sounds awful. It's like you're a dog. But please don't do that to me. It hurt my thing, my arm. Yeah, duh. I don't know. I can't. You must have been really rattled from the whole thing that just happened because if you couldn't tell from the way I was leading you into certain questions that I was definitely into you, then you are off your game in only a way that something like that can make you off your game. I don't know. That's a very good question. What do you think we should do now? Somehow I did get a feeling that you were gonna say that. Because towards the end, after you had completely checked me out head to toe, your eyes lingered on my lips. And I was like, oh, okay, she's going to understand what I'm saying. Except they lingered there and you didn't even respond. So I think you were only thinking of one possible thing in that scenario. Well, if you come here, maybe we can try it out. So are we a thing now? I mean, I'd like to be a thing. Would you like to be a thing? Okay, well, if you would like to be a thing and I'd like to be a thing with you and you'd like to be a thing with me, then we should be a thing, right? That checks out. That makes sense. Awesome. So now that I am, all freshened up, how about you go take a shower yourself, because I know that's what you were going in there for. And I will stay out here and find us something to watch. I promise. Scout's honor. Get out of here, dork. And you're the one out here calling me a dork when you are a dork. A Girl Scout? Nerd. Oh my God. Everyone says Thin Mints, but I don't even know what they're called. Those peanut butter ones hit the spot for me. They hit different. They were so delicious all the time. There was you bit through the cookie and then you got like the soft peanut butter with the hard chocolate exterior. Absolute masterclass in making cookies.